Namaste. We begin yoga for reunion. It's kind of redundant. I mean, yoga means union. So reunion is just reiterating that. And so resolving, bringing all the parts of ourself into wholeness. And these dualities, we encounter them all throughout our life. We can use our tools of yoga to create unity, making us stronger and more resilient by integrating the mind and the body. Now, the front and the back of the body, something else we need to integrate, and we'll do this by focusing on backbending poses. We never see the back of our body, so it's kind of just taken for granted, like the dark side of the moon. We know it's there. But we'll be reuniting the front and back of the body by strengthening both sets of muscles in the abdomen and the back, so that you'll have more confidence and control in your back bends. And then we'll end with our Shavasana and do a systematic awareness of reuniting the mind and the body through breath awareness at many different points throughout the body. Specific pattern will move through that. Okay? So it's like homecoming to bring the mind home to rest in the body. And we'll invoke this spirit of reunion, homecoming, by breathing in unity, strength, and alliance, and breathing out any discord, disassociation. Welcoming back all the parts of ourself, calling them home. Uniting mind and body through this breath awareness. The Prana Mudra recharges our batteries. It's the vital energy gesture. Extend the first two fingers and wrap the thumb around the last two fingers. Okay. You can rest them on the knees. Prana Mudra is said to slow the aging process, strengthen willpower, and direct self-healing energy. We're going to focus on this self-healing energy with the mantra Om Hum Jum Saha. So 4 syllables. Om Hum Jum Saha. It's kind of like an extra ha at the end of the saha. A little extra exhale. Okay, let's do again. Inhale. Om Hum Jum Saha. Once more. Om Jum Hum Saha. All right. Now start moving a little onto our stomach. Come to the stomach in crocodile pose. And turn the toes out, stack the forearms, And then rest the forehead on the back of the arms, pressing down through the elbows, lifting up through the back of the shoulders. So the abdomen presses against the floor, but not the chest. And body reunion, mind and body. Breathing into the back of the body. Since the abdomen's pressing against the floor, it's not going to move as much with the breath. So notice where the back parts of the rib cage are moving, expanding on the inhale, widening with the floating ribs, expanding through the kidneys, the back of the shoulders, even the back of the neck, lifting as you inhale. And melting, surrendering, and releasing as you exhale. Breathe through the back side of the body. And then bring the forearms parallel into Sphinx Pose. Bring the legs together like they're squeezing towards the midline. And press down through the tops of the feet. Pull back through the elbows and down through the shoulder blades. Look down slightly and release any tension in the neck. Moving the head a little side to side. And then steady breath, inhaling, complete breath in. And exhaling the complete breath out again. Stretch back through the toes as much as you're lifting forward through the crown of the head. So the tailbone lengthens, the spine lengthens, the neck lengthens. And lower the chest down. And slide the hands back under the shoulders or closer towards the hips. For Cobra Pose, hug the legs to the midline, press the tops of the feet down, and then push the hips down, curl the shoulders up, and breathe up on the inhale, and breathe down out on the exhale. Inhale, curl up, and exhale slowly back down. Working to integrate the shoulder blades into the back. Strengthen those back muscles. Beautiful, looking great. One final Cobra Bhujangasana. Good. And then release the chest down. Stretch the arms behind. The palms face down. And keeping the chin down, lift one leg, half locust, and exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift the opposite leg, and exhale, lower down. And keep alternating, trying to keep the hips level. And once more on each side, please. And rest. Release the palms up, the chin to the side, the heels open. Breathe into the back, the sacrum, the hips. And then clasp the hands behind the back. Or continue holding the arms stretched back with the palms face down. Lift up the shoulders, lift up the legs, and breathe. Rising on the inhale, and squeezing the core on the exhale. Nice. And one more time, going up, up, up. And releasing the hands, chin to the other side, heels open for a resting breath there. Now, extend the left arm in front of you, palms face down, bend the right knee, and bind the right hand to the right foot. If you need to, you can roll on your side. That might make it easier to get to that bind. Or then, you've bound the hand to the foot, lift up the left arm, and lift up the right knee. Half bow pose. Breathe here. Last breath. And release that side. We have the other side. Right arm forward. Bend the left knee. And bind the left hand to the left ankle. Okay, flex the ankle. That index finger locks into the crease of the ankle. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Exhale, press the hips down. Inhale, lift the left knee up. And breathe. Strengthen the back side of the body. Gives you great posture. Helps you breathe better. And release. Rest. Both arms forward. And heels open. Maybe even windshield wiper the heels from side to side. All right. Let's push back to child's pose. We need to counter stretch. Lifting the hips. And gradually sit back to the heels. Exhale, pulling the navel up and in so the tailbone can lengthen and the sitting bones sink to the heels. Inhale to the back of the neck and spine. The kidneys inflate. And exhale, melting down over the thighs, maybe forehead to the floor. If the forehead doesn't reach the floor, support the head with the hands some way. Good, that's it. And now walk the hands over to the right side. Get a side stretch, clawing with the fingertips and pulling the shoulders back, while at the same time lowering that left sitting bone. Breathing along that whole left side of the rib cage. And walk the hands over to the left side and repeat that. Side stretch. Breathing into the right side of the rib cage, the right side of the waist. Helping them stretch, release. And walk the hands back to the center. Lift the hips up so the hips are over the knees. And coming to puppy dog, walk the hands forward. Lower the chest through. Good, that's it. Get that nice little scoop in the lower back. Pressing the palms down, the armpits lift up enough to widen the shoulders. On the inhale, broaden the back of the shoulders and lift the back of the neck. And on the exhale, pull the navel to the spine and scoop the chest through like you're touching your forehead to the floor. Anahatasana, the heart chakra reaching for the earth. Inhale, walk the hands back under the shoulders. And balance on the left knee. Reach back through the right leg. Pull the navel up to the spine. Press down through all 10 fingertips. Work on strengthening through the core, and then try balancing, lifting the left arm. Inhale, lift and extend, and exhale, strengthen through the core. One more breath there. And release. Good work. Good. Now the other side. Balance on the right knee. Lift the left leg. And take a moment just to sense where your hips are. Leveling that left hip to face the floor. Balance on the left arm and extend the right. Now integrate the arm, pull the arm bone back, the shoulder blade down, the navel up and in. Start from that wholeness of integration. And then you can open more on the inhale, connect more on the exhale. Inhale, open, and exhale, unite. And release the hand and knee can rest now. That was good. Here's a fun challenge. We'll bring the forearms down. Okay. And lift the knees up into forearm plank. Okay. So hugging the forearms to the midline integrates the shoulder blades onto the back. Lifting up through the navel prevents the hips from sagging. Okay, excellent. I see good power, good core strength. And so I'll give you the next challenge. Bring the right knee to the right elbow, and then back, and then the left knee to the left elbow, and back. Good, those are great. I see strength. Woo. Good job. Can you do one more? Yes, you can. You can do one more. That's it. Enough. Lower down. Take that rest. You earned it. Wow. All right, so just a kind of a sneaky cobra here. So we're kind of flow a little bit from side to side. Like there's that snake charmer playing the flute. You want to dance to the music of your soul. All right, let's try pushing up to table pose, curling the toes under, and pressing back to downward facing dog, our first downward dog. So you may need to walk out the knees some, widen the feet, claw the mat, and breathe into the back of the shoulders as you inhale, and empty the breath as you exhale, pressing the heels down. Inhale, broaden the shoulders, expand the back of the neck, and exhale, lengthen the legs. Lengthen the arms. Inhale to high plank, shoulders over the wrists. And exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Isn't that fun? Let's do it again. Inhale to high plank. And exhale to downward dog. Now you can go to low plank. Inhale, high plank, low plank. Exhale, downward dog. One more try. Let's do inhale, high plank, low plank. Exhale, downward dog. Nice. Now rest the knees. Bring the knees down for support. Step the right foot through the front between the hands. Walk the left knee back. And press down through the back foot, either the toe pads or the toenails, as much as the front foot. Both legs ground you so that you can lift up and have control, balance. From the core of the pelvis, draw into that focal point. Establish that muscular energy in the hips and pelvis. Draw the right heel under and back. Resist down with that left knee, so both legs rooting you down gives you stability to lift the arms up. Interlace the hands then behind the head. Draw the shoulder blades down, lift the chin up. And through the muscular energy of your legs hugging under you, start to tilt the head back into the hands. When you're ready, release the hands down. And we do a side stretch, right? So keep the left hand on the mat, twist to the right, and open the right arm. That's great. Well done. Bring the right hand back to the knee. Now step the right foot a little wider. Turn the toes out. Okay, we'll engage the inner thigh muscles, the pelvic floor muscles. So working to safely stretch the hips. And now I'm going to actually bend the back knee and reach back. Twist with the right hand binding the left foot. Monkey twist. Okay. So yeah, that's the back knee sometimes doesn't want to bend, and that's understandable, especially if you're on the kneecap. If you can get a little bit more to the top of the kneecap, then the back knee can bend a little more easily. But if you're not really in front of the kneecap, I mean that is above the kneecap, you're probably going to want to keep the back knee down, back foot down. Now we'll switch sides, stepping the right foot back. Bring the left foot through into the low lunge. Ground through both legs, that is the back foot and front foot equally. Press down and the hands will lift up. Good. Inhale, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, pull the navel in, hug into the core of the pelvis, and use that strength for stability. Then you'll lift the arms and interlace behind the head. Draw the shoulder blades down and lift the chin up. Now pull back through that front heel so you have some resistance in the core that's going to keep you steady. Push down even through the back knee to lift the heart up. The higher you lift your heart, the more you can bend back with the head. Now release, bring the hands down. The right hand to the floor, the left hand to the knee. Now draw the shoulder blades into the back and twist in the navel and open the left arm up. All right, nice work, very good. Okay, And bring the left hand down, and either, so we widen the left foot to the side, turn the toes out. That helps me bring my, right hip even lower. If you want, then bend the back knee and bind that left hand to the right foot. So that, by opening the foot, by deepening the stance, now I'm really above the kneecap. I can bend the knee more easily and reach the foot. Drawing the shoulder blades down into the back helps me open the heart. I lift the chin, open the throat. And now, releasing that twisted monkey, step back to downward facing dog. Just a chance to stretch out through the calves, hamstrings. Lengthen the spine as you exhale. And power the back on the inhale, filling the kidneys, filling the spine, filling the backs of the shoulders and back of the neck with prana. Inhale to that side of the body. And then lower the knees carefully, or put extra blankets under the knees if necessary. Start to sit back to the heels, hero pose, virasana. So heart lifting, shoulders broad, navel drawing in so you have the power to ground through the tops of the feet, through the toenails. Clicking the toenails down strengthens the ankles. All right, so stay at whatever level. Maybe being higher is where you want to stay, or maybe you try and recline in your hero supta virasana, going back to the elbows, an option there. Still drawing the navel in, the lower ribs down, or perhaps touching the back of the head. Getting to this stage, I'm holding onto the shins, sort of using that as leverage to pull my shoulder blades under more and stretch through the hip flexors more, so the knees can lengthen forward and down. And then carefully releasing the pose, lift up. And come to a high kneeling position for Camel. Ustra Asana. Support the hips here. Now squeeze the knees and thighs to the midline so glutes are engaged. Strengthen the glutes, the lower back, and gradually lift the chin up, lift the eyes. Keep pressing the hips forward as the head goes back. And you may perhaps reach down to the heels. Use the heels for support to keep lifting the heart up. Keep squeezing the buttocks. And to come out of the pose, you're going to hug knees to the midline, firm in the buttocks, and lift the arms, sweeping them up to the sky. So you lift up out of the lower back. Lift up through the backs of the thumbs, pull the lower ribs back, the tailbone down. That's right. Perfect. And we'll do that standing. Come on up to Tadasana. Tadasana, the same thing that we just did kneeling, having the feet parallel. First, finding the breath, that you can have a complete inhalation and a complete exhalation. Finishing one breath before starting the next. And bring the arms up over the shoulders, But keep the shoulders relaxed and down. And don't throw the hips forward into a banana shape. Spiral the inner thighs back, pull navel to spine, and stretch down through the tailbone. Keep grounding into the heels through the backs of the legs. Now lift up through the backs of the thumbs. Feel the back side of the body lengthening. The back of the neck broadens, the back of the shoulders widen. And you breathe all along the back side of the body, filling the back of the neck and shoulders. Breathing into the spine, the kidneys. All the way down the backs of the legs. Beautiful job. That's right. Okay, you're standing. And lower the arms. Bend the knees. Slide the hands down to the ankles. And just walk the knees, stretch through the calves and hamstrings, letting the head move, rock, roll, whatever the body needs to release. Inhale, hands to knees, rolling the shoulders back. And exhale, fold over straight legs, crown of the head down, pointed at the toes. Inhale up halfway, shoulders back, and exhale, navel in, crown of the head to the toes. One more time, inhale up halfway, shoulders back, exhale, head to toes, straighten the knees. Now, soften the knees, inhale, lift the arms, standing up with arms overhead. Walk to the front of the mat. Good. And step back with the right foot. Bend the left knee. I'm into high lunge. Then interlace the hands behind the head. Draw the shoulder blades down, elbows in, and start to curl the head back into the hands. The more you bend the front knee, the more you can deepen your back bend. And then lift the head up. And we're coming to other side, right foot forward, and step the left knee back. So if you want, just place the hands on the front knees, you get your feet into position. You don't have to like jump into poses instantly, boom, into the next pose. And you take your time and you find your balance and bring the arms up. And the elbows, draw the shoulder blades into the back, and you can interlace the hands there behind the head, give it some safety, security as you tilt the head back. And then the more you bend the front knee, the deeper you can back bend. You're integrating the shoulder blades into the back, so it draws the shoulder blades under the heart and helps you lift the heart up. And the head is, the hands are supporting the head, no fear. All right, coming out, lift up. And step the left foot forward. Now let's try our warrior 3. So I'll start at the middle of the mat. Toe touch back with the right foot. And lift the arms out even with the ears, or take them out to the side, making the balance a little easier. So the tightrope walker kind of balance. Here, lift up the back leg. And start lifting the back thigh up. The back knee is straight. And if you choose, the arms may move forward. And then release, stand up, and let the arms rest. Very good. And we'll do the other side. Toe touch back with the left foot. The arms either shoulder height or above the shoulder. Lift up the back foot. And breathe. Complete breaths in and complete breaths out. And release, lift up, both feet down, and lower the arms. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, how about dancer? We love dancer pose for back bend. I'll balance on the left leg. Bind the right hand to the right foot or ankle. And be with the wall if you choose. Hold on to furniture, the wall. Or balancing on the left leg. Remember, this has that back bending element to it. So lift up the heart even as you lift up the back thigh. And release when you're finished that side. Right foot down. Full stretch through the back side of the body. Now navel in. And now with the other side, bind the left hand to the left ankle. To facilitate the back bending part of the pose, pull that right shoulder blade down. The arm is integrated into the shoulder blade into the back. And then you can lift the back thigh up while keeping the chest forward, head elevated. Finish when both feet down and both arms up. All right, and lower the arms. Let's do a counter stretch for a squat. Widen the feet, turn the toes out, and sink the hips down. This will feel nice for the lower back after those back bends. Stretch it out with the elbows inside the knees, and the heart open. And the breath deep, smooth and even. And go ahead and sit down if you haven't fallen down. That's the caveat.
Gravity.
Yes. And we'll just start here in staff pose, moving the sitting bones back and apart, and the legs parallel or touching. Now squeeze the kneecaps so the leg muscles are active, the ankles are flexed, and the toes are spread. Inhale, draw the lower back in, lift the heart. And exhale, lean forward, hinge at the hips. You can soften the knees if needed to bring the crown of the head towards the toes. Inhale, lifting the shoulders, back of the neck, and exhale, folding deeper. Inhale, lift up the spine, balance on the sitting bones. I'll come into boat pose, Navasana, where our heels are lifted. Good, that's it. You've got the shoulders back, the heart open, and practicing with the hands is fine, or having more core strength, or you're going to release the hands, maybe straighten the legs. Concentrate on the breath, taking full breaths in and complete breaths out. One more complete breath. And release that down. Yay. Walk the heels back so the feet are flat for our upward facing table. The shoulder blades draw into the back, lifting the chest. And when you press the feet and hands down, you can lift the hips up into this upward facing table. Keep the knees bent and the hips lifted, or try walking the feet out to a more straight leg position and just a micro bend in the knees. Roll the shoulder blades under the back, lift up the chest, lift up the hips, and then lower the buttocks down. Perfect. And where are we? Coming around the clock towards revolved head to knee pose. Bend the right knee out to the side. Open. Twist to the right. And then take the left hand across to the right knee. Or simply put it down somewhere on the floor. And then lift the right arm up. Push down through the right hip as you stretch up through the right arm. Breathe along that right side of the body. And then lean to the left without letting the right hip lift up. So expand into the right side of the waist, the ribs. A more difficult version of the pose would be holding the left foot with the hands. But you should choose whichever variation is most meaningful and beneficial. You can still take complete breaths. And inhale, lift up from this side. And switch legs. So right leg straight. And left knee bent. So I'm twisting halfway between both knees, crossing right hand to left knee. Lift the left arm and start leaning over the right leg. So the left shoulder stays back, the armpit back. Inhale, breathe into that left side of the waist, the left side of the ribs. And exhale, take a little deeper stretch, exploring that possibility. Knowing that you can always lift up on the inhalation, find a better alignment. Take another final deep breath, exploring your limit. And then release on the inhale, rise up. And take your feet around to the front. Lay on your spine for spinal twist. So we have left leg straight, right knee bent, and twisting right knee across. Roll onto the left hip and reach back through the right arm. Left hand to right knee if you wish to, but only gently pressing as you exhale and keeping your core muscles engaged. Inhale, relax that twist. And exhale, deepen to your capacity. And release back to your spine. Right leg straight on the mat. Left knee bent. And roll onto the right hip. Cross the left knee over. Stretch back through the left arm and breathe into that left shoulder, the left side of the hip. All up and down the spine. And then release and roll back down onto the spine. Lift both knees up for a bridge pose. And walk the heels up towards the sitting bones, keeping the feet parallel and the knees from splaying apart. Hug the knees to the midline. Press the feet down and press the elbows down, lifting the hips up. You can support the buttocks with the hands or around the waist, or clasp the hands underneath. Tuck the shoulder blades under and lift up the heart. Inhale as you lift the hips, also lift the heart, then lift the chin. And exhale, squeeze the buttocks, inner thighs, strengthen the lower back. Inhale, expand up, and exhale, integrate, unify, and connect. Now, release the hands and lower the buttocks. And we come to an optional wheel pose here. If you practice wheel pose, place the hands above the shoulders. Otherwise, do another bridge pose, keeping the hands along the sides of the body. Wheel people, putting the hands above the shoulders. Walk the heels up. Come to the back of the shoulders with the hips lifted. And then come to the top of the head. Widen the hands and bring the hands under the shoulders. Then you can push straight up to straighten the arms. And come out of wheel, tuck the chin first, and then lower to the back of the shoulders and the hips down. All right, I'll just assume everybody did that. All right, and from there, I'm gonna hug the knees into the chest, a little counter stretch, rocking them side to side, or circling the knees. And if you're circling, make sure to go both directions. And open the legs to a wide angle. Flex the feet. Bend the knees. And you can pull the knees towards the shoulders in happy baby, holding either the thighs, the ankles, or the edges of the feet. Pressing the spine into the floor by pulling the shoulders down and pushing the feet up in resistance. And then taking the feet over the head into plow, round the spine, lift the hips, and then try and straighten the knees. And so the chin stays up out of the throat, the hips stay lifted away from the face. And then round the spine, bend the knees, and roll yourself back down with control until the feet touch. Extend the legs. And tuck the palms underneath the buttocks for fish pose. So palms face up under the buttocks. Then you have leverage when you press your elbows down to lift your chest up. As the chest lifts up, tilt the head back. So chin is up. Now there's no weight on the top of the head. And to come out of fish pose, lift the head up so you're looking at your toes, and then release the spine down. And then you're finished. You can come into corpse pose. Widen the feet to the width of the mat. Turn the palms face up. And give your body any final stretch you need to become comfortable, to become warm and easeful. And then we'll do a somewhat lengthy body scan to move the mental awareness to different points in your body. So once you've covered yourself warmly, stretched out comfortably, you can begin to settle in. Notice all the parts of your body that are touching the earth on the back side of the body. And begin to rest into the back of your body more comfortably and more completely. Fully surrendering to the support of the floor as it touches your back. And now I'd like for you to bring your attention and awareness to the center of the forehead. So, point between the eyebrows and the crown. So right there at the center of the forehead, we're going to take 3 complete breaths. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Moving your attention now to the third eye between the eyebrows. Take an inhale and exhale. Now, both eyes. Take one breath with both eyes. Inhale and exhale. Take a breath with both nostrils, awareness, inhale and exhale. Awareness at the throat center, inhale and exhale. Awareness at the heart, at the shoulders, 2 shoulders, inhale and exhale. Awareness in the 2 biceps, inhale and exhale. Awareness at the 2 elbows, inhale and exhale. Awareness at the 2 wrists, inhale and exhale. Awareness at the 2 palms of the hands, inhale and exhale. Awareness at all 10 fingertips for 2 breaths, inhale and exhale. Again, at the fingertips, inhale and exhale. Now moving back to the center of the palms, inhale and exhale. And to both wrists, inhale and exhale. And to both elbows, inhale and exhale. And now to the biceps, inhale and exhale. Both shoulders next, inhale and exhale. Good. Now to the heart's throat center. Inhale and exhale. And now to the heart center. Inhale and exhale. Now we come to the base of the sternum. Inhale and exhale. And now to the navel center. Inhale, exhale. To the sacral center. Inhale and exhale. And to the root center, base of the spine. Inhale, perineum, exhale. Another breath at perineum, inhale, exhale. Moving back up to the sacral center, inhale and exhale. And up to the navel center, inhale and exhale. To the base of the sternum, inhale and exhale. Now to the heart center, inhale and exhale. And to the throat center, inhale and exhale. To the nostrils, inhale, exhale. The two eyes, inhale and exhale. The third eye, inhale and exhale. The center of the forehead, inhale and exhale. Now the crown of the head for 3 breaths. Inhale and exhale. Again at the crown, inhale and exhale. Once more at the crown, inhale and exhale. And just breathe as though your whole body breathes. Every part of you connected, whole, and complete. Unified in body and mind. Jum Saha. Om Hum Jum Saha. Om Hum Jum Saha. Now begin to deepen your breath and reawaken the body, stretching and moving it around to roll over onto your side. Restore conscious awareness of the space outside you, and then rise once more to a seated position. This has been a lot of fun, a lot of challenge too, but thank you for your presence and this reunion we had at the meeting house. Namaste.